Banking and financial services is one of the oldest industry sectors in the world. In fact, the longest surviving bank today was started in Italy in 1472. In India, banking financial services started in late 18th century. That's trivia. But the point is that the banking and financial services industry is credited to give wings to the dreams of people, to empower people to do new things. There are a lot of comments about the contribution of this industry sector for humanity. However, I think as long as human existence is there, banking and financial services sector is inseparable from our lives. So now coming to the point about recruiting for banking and financial services, what are the aspects that we need to look at? I think firstly we need to understand different pieces of banking and financial services sector, how they cater to customers. Like any other organization, there are customers and they have their unique needs. And the individual might have the need to protect his own asset, buy new assets like property, car, durables, buy stocks and so on and so forth. Similarly, an organization needs to raise debt, equity, various kind of capital market services. They need to assure their customers about their intention to pay and so on and so forth. So based on what industry sector that the BFSI company is catering to, it has its range of services, whether it is retail banking, non-banking financial services, insurance, forex services, capital markets services, investment banking, and so on and so forth. Naturally, the skill sets required for each of these subsectors are different. So now coming to the second aspect, that what's special in the BFSI sector, the talent requirements. I think firstly, every organization has its own unique context and hence it will have its unique requirements. However, in general, I think firstly, the roles which require the front office connect, that means the customer connect, they need to have distinguished level of empathy, social skills, adaptability, and so on. While the roles which require the mid office roles or the back office roles, they need to have the ability to run a process rigorously, they need to have the ability to innovate, they need to think out of the box and then ensure that the processes are run with a customer focus in mind. Having said all of this, in general, I think integrity and trustworthiness are two essential requirements, whether you are in front office or a back office or a mid office, doesn't matter. Now coming to the last aspect of it, which is how to get the talent on board. Now it comes about what's the specific need of the organization. All banks do not require the same kind of talent. So the personality traits, the benchmarks to use, the assessment methods to use have to be aligned with what the context of the organization is. I think that's one important thing. The second important thing about getting the right talent on board is about the plan, the timelines, the budgets, the methods that you use, the benchmarks that are jointly agreed or commonly agreed within the organization, the line manager and the recruiter, what kind of an alignment exists between them. Many times these hiring plans do not go well because there is misalignment. Like we go to a specialist to get the right treatment for our healthcare needs. So similarly, a BFSI player should go to a specialist, a recruiter who understands the BFSI sector, who understands the skills, the requirements, and has the sensitivity to understand the unique context of the organization and bring it together. So that's about hiring for BFSI sector. Thank you.